Hello, guys. We are live. Welcome. Welcome to Beyond the Surface with Sharon. I am your host, Sharon. As you can see on the screen, we are having some technical difficulties here. Can you, excuse me, Mr. Producer? Ron Colson's here as the producer.
Yes.
Can you turn that down?
Yes.
We are here on Beyond the Surface with Sharon. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're in the comments, make sure you say hi so I can see that you're here, so I can acknowledge you. Hey, friend. Hey, Jess. So welcome to Beyond the Surface, where we talk about all things life, love, and family. We are here to encourage, to empower, enlighten, and inform. So if you are new, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. If you are a past viewer or you keep up with what's going on, thank you again for tuning in. Y'all, we was having some technical difficulties. That's why we're here, coming in a little late, but thank you. Whoa. Thank you all for coming on. We appreciate you. So we're going to give us a couple minutes. We'll talk about a couple things while we're trying to get things situated here. So if you're in the room, say hi so I can acknowledge you. Hey, Rosemary, thanks for watching. Can we talk about voting and the polls and the numbers? I don't think that really matters right now, whether who's winning in the percentage with, the Biden and the orange man who's running. We just need people to get out and vote. Like polls don't win election, votes do. So we want everyone to get out and vote. This election matters. It means a lot. It means a lot for a Supreme Court seat and all of that. So we want to make sure we get out and vote. So I think we'll maybe try to do like some type of something for voting, so that way we could push some voter registration. Hey, Karen. Hey, Dee Dee. Good to see you guys. Am I loud? Can y'all tell me if I'm loud? I'm loud anyway, but let me know if I'm a little loud out here. Oh, yes. So I wanted to make this note that Lindsey Harden is the assistant basketball coach for the Lakers. So 40 years old. Amazing. Oh, Didi said I'm fine and I'm not yelling. She was in the NBA. She was the very first round, first pick in the WNBA in 2007 with the Phoenix Mercury. So she is now the assistant basketball coach of the Lakers. Woo, let's go women. Four of it. Woo, woo. Thank you. Thank you. Applauso, applauso. I think that's great. So I think that's great that people can continue on with their careers outside of just, what the man say, just play basketball. Hey, Michael Scott. I'm gonna have to bring Michael Scott on. He has amazing story.
Very supportive too.
Very, yes, and a big supporter. So if you guys are here, can you guys all share? I'd appreciate it if you share. What else can we talk about? Oh, so I do want to. Oh, he's at work. Love you back, Mike. I do want you guys to know that in August, I would like to do Education Month because the kids are all going back to school. So we want to have some educators on here. So if you know an educator, if you are an educator and you're watching, I know I have some doctors of education people who are my friends on Facebook, wherever you are. Please, I'm asking you if you would come on. We want to equip our youth and the parents of our youth to have a very successful school year. So if you can, in the comments, can you tag an educator in this post? And I will vet them and reach out to them and see if we can accommodate them on not homeschooling, just school, not homeschooling. If they're an educator in the education, in the public education system, public, yes. We want to give our parents and our kids some tools to go back to school so that way they can, be equipped and use whatever we have to give them so that way they can have a successful year. So if you are an educator and you would like to come on, if you know an educator, tag them so that we can vet them and see if we can get them on. So that would be great. Hey, Paula, thanks for tuning in. Hey, Robin, thank you guys for watching. So as I was saying, we want to vote. when November 5th comes around, we have to vote, everyone. We do. And we're going to turn August into Educators Month, just to catch you up. For the new people who are watching, we do have some Beyond the Surface. Oh, hey, Carid. Carid said, give him my nephew. Hey, Riddy Rid. We do have some prior Beyond the Surface episodes that are on YouTube if you want to go watch. We also have some prior ones that are on Facebook if that's good for you. So we have a lot of we have 11, 10 episodes. This is episode 11. God is amazing, y'all. Y'all see my Godfidence shirt. God is amazing. All the glory goes to God for this successful show, because without him, like, there would be none of this. So my feet are planted and my head is lifted to the sky, and I am excited for just to get this information out to everyone, just to inform people, to educate people. We are here. Hey, Mick, thanks for watching. So we have tonight, we have the amazing, y'all know her. If you don't, you will after today. Yes, only God can do this, definitely. God has been pouring so much into this show. Let me tell y'all before I get into our special guest. Let me tell y'all how it is so encouraging when I am out and we are out, that people come up to me and say how this podcast has blessed them, to give them information, to inform them. And I can't say in my wildest dreams, because my wildest dreams are pretty wild. Mr. Producer here. My wildest dreams are pretty wild. And I am just amazed that God is doing these things. Like, people will come up and say, I don't see you on here commenting, but people will say they have watched me, they are encouraged. And just by me doing this and stepping out on faith is encouraging to other people. So I am so happy that I can be a person who people can, look forward to and say, yes, God, if God can do it for little old me, because I'm not little old me no more, but yeah, y'all stay the course. Whatever your plan is, whatever your plan that God has for you, he's going to do it. He's going to absolutely do it. Oh, and I can get to my affirmation of the week is, I like these affirmations. Let me know if you guys do affirmations in the morning. Affirmations of the week for this week is, forgive yourself for what you did while living in survival mode. Forgive yourself for what you did while living in survival mode. I mean, a lot of times, I'm no therapist, but I've been to therapy. A lot of times we just, harbor down on ourselves for some things that we did when we were in survival mode. And, you did what you had to do. So forgive yourself and press forward, press toward the mark. Y'all can send me an offering on that one. Yeah. So yes. Oh, who? Oh, hey, Jen. Jen came on. Hey, Brandy. Thanks for tuning in. Miss Hope. Hey, Sharon Money Gardner. Oh, my sister Laura's here. Hey. So yeah, so we have a very special guest with us today. Very special. I have been admiring, and people never know who's watching. That's the old saying, right? You never know who's watching your testimony, and who is really watching your life story. So I've been watching this young lady, and she has an amazing testimony. She really, what is it? She got it out the gutter. Is that what the young kids say? She got it out the mud. But yeah, she has an amazing, amazing story. And I am so blessed that she has agreed to come on, because, this is, not everyone wants to tell their testimony and tell and be as transparent on here, because some people will watch, but not tell, which is okay. Whatever your boundaries are. So I would love to introduce, let me read a bio. Shadea Murphy. Shadea Murphy is our guest. She is a 28-year-old mom of 2 children, Jayla, 9 years old, and Justin, 10 years old. Balancing motherhood and entrepreneurship, she owns a thriving, I don't know why that's not in caps, but we're going to do it. Thriving. She owns a thriving mobile bartending company, Spike Delight's mobile bartending service. And when you guys get off of here, I need y'all to go to her page, like and follow her page. She does drinks. She has this whole setup. She'll tell you all about it, but she does go and she travels. We'll talk about that. Um, Beyond her professional endeavors, Shadea is deeply committed to supporting families with special needs children due to her eldest child being diagnosed with autism. She hosts a local support group for parents and caregivers of children with special needs. She is definitely the bomb. She does a lot. So even as like a young 28-year-old doing all of this, she all over the place, but she still, you know, staying the course. So next we have coming to the stage, we have Miss Shadea Murphy. Shadea,
Hey,
Miss Spike the Lights herself. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
I am good. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming on. Yes, Spike the Lights Mobile Bartending. You are the owner.
Yes, ma'am. I am the owner and CEO of Spike the Lights Mobile Bartending.
So thank you for agreeing to come on. I know when I we have like seen each other in passing, and I've been to a couple of events that you have done, and your service is it's top notch. What you provide.
Thank you.
So do you want to talk a little? You want to introduce yourself to the people who's watching?
Yes, of course. So, hi everybody. Thank you for the amazing introduction for one. So for those who don't know me, my name's Sade. I'm 28. I started Spike the Lights mobile bartending service 4 years ago, which has snowballed into a thriving business that we have worked with, celebrities, been all over the country. Besides that, I also host a support group at the Shore Family Success Center for parents
Mm-hmm.
and caregivers of children with special needs. So that's just really close to my heart and things like that. So yeah, just out here being me.
Being great, just out here being great,
I'm
making
trying.
moves. So how proud of yourself are you after you've just said what you said and with your accomplishments? Like, do you give yourself like some kudos?
Yes. So I honestly feel like this year is like the first year where I really started like actually being proud of myself. Like, oh my God, I really feel it. Cause like
Mhm.
sometimes you just keep going with the hustle and bustle. But like I feel like I took a little bit of time this year to appreciate how far I came from where I started. So I totally feel that genuinely now.
Oh, that's great. Sometimes as women, we really don't say or take the time to say, I'm a great person and I'm really doing a darn thing. Like I'm out here making moves, being positive, like being a great mom, being a great woman, like going to counseling, getting myself together and being a good person on the inside. So I applaud you.
Thank
I
you.
applaud
Thank
you
you. Thank
for, you
you.
know what I mean? Just go out here making a difference, like even with your business and then extending yourself out of that and making a difference in your community.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
So we are on episode 11. We have the great, hey Thea, we have the great Sade. Sade. So Sade owns Spike. She is the CEO, owner operator of Spike the Light. So when you guys hang up, I'm going to say it 1,000 times. When you guys hang up and when we go off live and you guys have an event, go follow her page. She has, as my daughter said, her service is unmatched. You're going to hire her again. She's going to come back. Like she's going to be your regular. Sade, do you want to give us a brief background of like your transformation? Because we're doing Transformation Thursday. So, what do you want to tell us a little bit about your transformation and some decisions like that you made that you wish you could undo? You know what I mean? That type of thing that led you to, you know what I mean, getting a little bit in not being on the straight and narrow.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people look at my life now and think I've had it all together or I have it all together, and that's definitely not the case. I always like to make that clear. Um Growing up, I have always just been a troublemaker, but about 4 years ago, I had
Hmm.
made an impulsive decision that had landed me behind bars for 5 months, and even though it wasn't a long time, it was a very pivotal experience for me because I walked in there a girl and I walked out a woman. Throughout those 5 months, I learned a lot. I did a lot of inside work, a lot of shadow work, and I just grew in order to come out and build the foundation and the services and everything that I did start doing as soon as I did get out.
Yeah. So, how about, can you tell us some of the things that you learned? Let's back up a little bit. So you so you said you had to do 5 months.
Yes, I was in there for 5 months.
Okay. So during the 5 months, like what was your thought process when you went in? Because you have these kids and you're like, man, I got to go do 5 months away from your family. Like getting yourself into that position. Like, was it like, okay, I'm never going to do anything like this again to get me taken away from my kids? Like, what type of thought process was that?
I said, "Oh, this is real ghetto. I don't belong here. What is going on? Get me out. Somebody please help me." And then once I came to the realization that no, Sade, you aren't. There's no bail. You aren't getting out. You don't have your mom
Yeah.
or your grandma to save you. You have to sit here and you have to sit with your thoughts. You have to figure this out and you have to make a game plan. Um, so like some of the things that honestly helped me get through those couple of months was my faith for one.
Mm-hmm.
I had the privilege of getting sent books, so I was constantly reading self-help books, all types of books. Definitely my support system. That was one thing that definitely helped me. And
Mm-hmm.
journaling. So those couple of like core key habits that I had definitely helped me get through those 5 months a little bit easier than if I didn't have them. But my thought process was up and down. I didn't. It was a very hard situation for me. It was very humbling situation for me.
Oh, that's good.
Just very humbling. Like, yeah, I might have been like a troublemaker growing up, and I get into stuff because I make impulsive decisions. That's my biggest problem. I have a
And we
problem.
don't give ourselves some grace sometimes. Like sometimes
Yeah,
growing up, you do have
definitely.
to do those types. You do make impulsive decisions because you're trying to learn to be a person. So I think sometimes we don't give ourselves grace. Sometimes the stuff we do is a little outlandish, but some of the stuff is just learning as an adult. So with
Absolutely.
your in while you were inside, like what tools did you learn or what groups were you in that kind of helped you while you were in there?
So I was in there at a weird time. It was about like the first couple days of January when I got locked up. I think it was
Hmm.
actually January 7th, 2020. So this is literally probably a month before COVID really hit the way that it hit. So within that
Whoa.
month though, we had church classes, and that's one thing that I will go to all the time, held by Miss Ruby. And just seeing her in there, seeing Miss Ruby, she always just gave me a sense of comfortability and faith.
Hmm.
And I can't explain it, but she just seeing her face and going to the few church sessions that I was able to go to before they shut the church
Yeah.
down, that kind of gave me that faith that I needed to get through those next couple of months.
So it was definitely having faith in God that kind of gave you a good foundation, and especially seeing a familiar face, because that's always good. It's be like, okay, I'm not here alone. So shout
Mhm.
out to Ruby who was there to, you know what I mean? Because you never know who's being a vessel on the other side that God is going to use. Because who knew Ruby was doing prison ministry or going doing ministry at jail, not prison, going doing ministry at jail.
I get there.
And like Cat Williams will tell you, I've never been to prison, but I've been to
Right,
county
that's
jail.
my little saying.
He's the first one to say it. Never been to
I'm
prison, been
cracking
to
up.
county jail. He's like 30 times. Never been to prison. But yeah,
Right.
but who knows, like when you're doing stuff and you're being a vessel for God, like you don't know who's on the other side to receive. So that's why it's always important to walk in our purpose. Like it's always going to be like we're always going to drop seeds. So while Ruby was in there dropping seeds, like what did you take some classes while you were in there? Because you came out like you did your 5 months and you came out like on fire.
Yeah, I don't even have like an explanation for how I came out like that. Like I still sometimes it still surprises me how I came out, and a week later I started Spike the Lights, and I haven't stopped since. I just been on a roll. But yeah,
Yeah.
so the first couple church classes, she just gave me a couple tools, and then just like you said, that familiar face and just the love, the comfortness, the warmness that she provided me with, it definitely gave
Hmm.
me, some of the tools that I needed to help me get through that time. But it just was such a pivotal time because for one, when I was locked up, I in my heart I made a bad decision. I have to accept that I made a bad decision. That's just the reality of it. You can't do certain things and not have certain consequences. So for one, I had to make peace with that. But I truly
Yeah,
felt in my heart, I'm like, girl, you know you are so much better than this. You're so smart. You have so much potential. What is going on? And that those couple months helped me realize that because for one, I'm away from my children.
right.
I'm out of control of everything. And I'm a person that really has to kind of be like I'm a person that likes to be in control, handle my business, stuff like that. So just in a split second, being with my kids and then not having no control over my whole entire life, my household, my finances, everything,
It has to be shocking.
that was shocking, humbling, hurting, but it was strengthening at the same time. I was like,
Yeah,
hold up. I never want to feel this again. I never want to feel this again. And it just literally gave me a drive and a sense of urgency. Like, okay, Sade, playtime's over. You wanted to play games your whole life, get in trouble, get arrested,
right.
get home, get you always getting out of stuff. You always getting out of stuff. But this time, I feel like God sat me down. It was like, no, you need to sit down and you need to figure it out. So like I said, it just gave me a sense, like a drive and a sense of urgency that I can't put into words. The only person I can thank is God because like I
Yeah.
said, I walked in a girl and came out a woman within those 5 months because I knew
Ooh,
I
come
never wanted
on.
to feel
Walked in a
that
girl,
way.
came out a woman. I love that. Because there was so much growth for you in those 5 months. Like normally it'll take people like years to like get acclimated to where you are. Like it's a slow walk for some people, and everybody has their own pace, and that's understandable. But I felt like you were on like some accelerated pace. Sometimes what the Bible will say, the last shall be first, the first shall be last. And I felt like he took you from last during COVID because that had to be like really ridiculous because it was crazy for us out here.
Yeah, that was insane and there was a very weird time. Like it just was a very weird time for the court systems to get shut down, for the jail to kind of go on shut down. We
Yeah.
can't we don't have any classes, we don't have anything. So now I have to dig deep inside myself to figure out, okay, I don't have these classes anymore. I don't have these groups and stuff like that that are keeping me sane. So all right, Sade, now we gotta, do some soul searching and
Yeah.
really where I found my strength at as well. But yeah, it was real being
So
in
is
there.
that where like journaling came in? You said you were a big journaler forever. Like all your life you've been a journaler.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's where journaling came in. All my life, I always journaled, always wrote down my thoughts and everything like that. So, while I was in
Hmm.
there, that was like one of the key things that helped me as well. It's just writing down my thoughts. I can't always get on the phone. I can't talk to everybody.
Right.
I just, I just needed somewhere that I could just pour my heart out into. And journaling, and I tell everybody this: listen, journaling has been my like one of the best key habits that helped me through my emotional pain, my mental pain, growing up, being a mom, anything like that. Is just writing my thoughts down in a safe space and getting that out instead of keeping it all in. And then it helps me
Yeah.
organize my thoughts a little bit as well. So definitely
I
journaled
like
every
that.
day while I was in there.
So you encourage, like, if people are watching, you would encourage them to journal if they're having like a little trouble, like with their thoughts and figuring things out, even
Absolutely.
life's process.
Yeah, and if like you're gonna find different habits for different people. Everything is different. But if you're a writer and that's what you like, definitely journaling, 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 journaling. I love it.
Yeah. So, what were some positive things? Like, I know people go um to the county and they be like, "Oh, everything is a lot negative." Did you get anything positive out of there?
Definitely. Like I feel like I seen like a different side of life for one, and I
Mm-hmm.
also made a lot of good connections with people that are good people. Like just because like they're in jail or just because someone's in jail, that doesn't mean anything. I made a lot of
Yeah.
good connections with friends that I honestly still talk to that are very good women that are trying and everything like that. That's one of the positive things that I got. And while I was in jail and COVID was
Mm-hmm.
going on and everything, everybody's spirits used to be down. So I would try to like organize. It sounds so cheesy. It sounds cheesy. I don't know. I thought I was the Martha Stewart of Caitlin County Jail or
You might
something.
have been.
Listen, because I was organizing like on Easter, I organized a little Easter egg hunt. And we had like paper Easter eggs and stuff just to put a smile on everybody's face. Like it was so like funny.
Oh, that's cute though.
And then
You make
like
the best of
Mother's
your
Day,
situation.
yeah, like Mother's Day, I always try to make like just make the, like you said, the best of the situation. Like
Yeah.
definitely that. But it was a lot of positivity that came out of that. That whole experience changed my life. So yeah.
And that just showed like your leadership abilities while you're not in the best predicament. Like when I'm even down at my worst, I am still a leader. So that should have just showed you, you know what I mean? Like you have those leadership qualities inside of you and that's so creative just to use paper.
Yeah, we use paper. We got a little cereal box in the commissary. The winner won a commissary box. I know who I thought I was.
No, but it's you're a creative though, but that shows also with your business that you just create a lot of something out of what's available. So you have these gifts that you're using, but you didn't even know they were the gifts you were using while you were
I
making Easter
didn't.
eggs.
I definitely didn't. You're right about that.
Yeah, don't down talk the gifts. Listen, the best I always say the best engineers and this a lot of smart people are in jail. When you have a, a limited amount of resources, you can literally figure out. Them ladies go in there and make makeup, they
Wine.
make hair dye, they make a lot of things out of like a little bit. So you really, you know what I mean? I always figure out like they're so smart, but they
Yeah.
just need to get put in a good position to excel. But
Yes.
that's another conversation for another day.
No, you're right.
So,
You're right about that.
what advice can you give like to people who are going down the wrong road? Like, what can you tell them?
So definitely, if you were going down the road right now, definitely try to find a support system. I know everybody isn't, privileged to have like a whole bunch of family and friends, but you have to find a support system and something or somebody. So if you don't have a support system, you need to invest in therapy or something. You're going down the wrong road for a
Hmm.
deeper reason here. It's just not because you just want to
Yeah,
make bad decisions. You don't just want to do this just because you want to do this. There's a deeper reason as to why you're acting out the way that you're doing, why you're doing the things that you're doing, and everything like that. So my biggest suggestion will be to do some shadow work, whether it be therapy or anything, and dig deep and get down to the root of the issue. Because if you
yeah.
don't ever get down to the root of the issue, we could be okay for a little bit, but then in another year or two, you might be going down the wrong path again. Just getting down to the issue, and doing some shadow work. That would be my best advice.
So, speaking of therapy, you have said that you went to therapy. So, you tell us a little bit about that and how that helped with your change?
Absolutely. So when I first got home, my first priority was to get my kids into therapy because I already felt like, okay, we're talking about me, but hold on. My two kids went through
Oh, that's so amazing.
a very traumatizing situation, like was thrown
Hmm.
away. They're very used to stability, everything like that. So for them to just be thrown and have to go live somewhere else for a couple of months, COVID and all of that, all I could think about was my kids' mental and emotional health. So that was the first thing I
Yeah,
did when I got home, was immediately get them two into therapy. And then I would say about a couple months later, a month or two later, I contacted Nurture Minds Counseling. I always shout them out. Shout out to you guys. And
Nurtured Minds
Jen.
Counseling.
Yes, and my therapist Jen, she is like a godsend. She has helped me unpack so much things that even after jail, like I didn't just come home this healed and new person. Honestly, I wouldn't even say there's like a thing called healed, because healing
Yeah,
is not linear. It's very up and down, and you might go through it. But
right.
one thing about Jen and therapy, it helped me organize my thoughts. It helped me get to the root of the issue and everything like that. And I will forever give her my praises, because I didn't have that before. I didn't have that my whole life. I always wanted that. So, like I said,
Yeah.
I always stress therapy. Always stress therapy.
Always stress. And Jen is so amazing. She came in on episode 2. So
Yeah,
we're
I
talking
tuned
Jen. Oh,
in. That's our girl. I
yes.
love her.
You know what she is? She's watching and is what she's doing. So she is here. So Jen, we love you. We thank you. Yes, look, little heart. Yes, thank you. Thank you. And representation matters because it's feels good to be heard and someone who can relate.
Yes, because I had
Yeah.
definitely tried to do therapy. That's another thing too. Like I could just say go to therapy, but you need to find a therapist that you feel right with. You're not going to be able to get any healing work done unless you feel comfortable with your therapist. And for her to be
Yeah.
a Black woman, be relatable, and everything like that, that's totally helped me with my whole journey.
And finding a therapist is like imperative. So just so everyone is aware, we do promote therapy, and like you said, getting to the root and the foundation, so that way you don't even have to go back to that. And Jen says she's so proud of you. Oh,
Oh,
I love
thank you,
that.
Jen.
uh, so what adjustment, like, so when it was time to come home, what kind of adjustments did you have to do? Was that hard?
Yeah, it was definitely hard because like when I had got locked up, everything was kind of was normal. Nobody heard anything about COVID, and then I came home and everything's shut down. This is a whole
Hmm.
new world. It was a very weird thing to adjust to, just how the new world was, and I think in a way I kind of just like pushed myself straight into work. So I didn't kind of
Yeah.
have to like, you know what I mean? But and that's where therapy kind of helped me in a couple months later because that's what happened. I pushed myself straight into work. I'm working, I'm working, I'm working. But I'm like, hold on, I'm not okay still. Like, and that's why I think that's why what really pushed me into therapy and stuff like that. But it definitely was adjustment coming home in the middle of a pandemic, having to adjust back with my children,
Right.
go to classes now. I'm on probation now. I have to do all of these things and get my thoughts and my life back in order. What am I going to do now?
Yeah.
But it was an adjustment, but we got through it.
And that's so positive that you stayed the course and you went to the classes. I love that you sought to the end to make sure I want to do this and I want to be better for my kids. So Spike Delights was birthed where?
So Spike the Lights was birthed before I got locked up. And I
Hmm.
just used to make like little drinks and stuff and like pouches, for my family and stuff like that. But Spike the Lights mobile bartending service was originated in jail on my bunk when I was writing in my journal and I was writing down all my little goals and the stuff that I wanted to do with the business and everything like that.
Yeah.
That's where it was created and originated at for the Spike the Lights that came home.
And that's so amazing. You just never know where you are in just writing you write the vision and make it plain, right? The Bible says, and you wrote it so when you wrote it and you said, okay, this is my little journal and my little dreams.
Yeah.
After you did that, like, what was the process to push forward to say, I actually want to do this mobile bartending service?
So it was just like I don't know. I had literally the whole plan. So like the first or second day I came home, went on Amazon, ordered all my supplies.
Hmm.
I just had the whole plan of how I wanted to do this. So I don't know. I just was like immediately motivated. I just knew I needed to get a career going. I knew I needed to get some money
Yeah.
and provide for my children. So I already like that's why I hit the ground running. I ordered all my supplies, started up that weekend, and I didn't stop since. And it just kind of snowballed into one thing after another. Now I'm traveling. Now I'm getting flown out to certain places. Now I have record labels calling me. And while I was in that jail cell, yeah, I got big dreams, but I ain't never think I was going like do this type of things. I love this, you know what I
This
mean?
is like your
But
wildest, right?
it is, and it just gives me so much happiness because I'm like, dang girl, like you didn't think that you would get here now. Like imagine you in the next couple years. Now I see it. Now I feel it. Like now
Yeah.
I know my potential to know that. You know what I mean? Like just a couple years ago, you were in your jail cell writing down excuse me, your goals and stuff like that. Now, look, you accomplished everything that you write down. I could go back into my journals from a couple years ago and it'd be little goals that I forgot that I wrote. And I'm like, girl, you hit
Right.
it. And
Yeah.
that's such an amazing, like, feeling.
I am so proud of you. I know you have such an amazing testimony, just to go from making the drinks for your family, and then you have a situation happen and you have to go away for your 5 months, and still in that 5 months, like, you still have these dreams of something better, like for yourself and for your children. You write it down and then you come out and you hit the ground running. So writing down your goal was so important, so that way you can go back and see, hey, I did accomplish those things. So after you came home, you ordered your stuff. Can you talk us through, like, I don't want to get into like the specifics of your business because there's room for everybody. But how, like, advertising and getting yourself put back out there, because is this in the middle of COVID that you're starting this business?
Yes. So I was. So but the thing about it was it was the good thing about like me starting my business around, and it gave me a benefit and a step up because black business is booming now. Everybody's starting their small businesses.
Yeah.
You know, income is going around. So how I started it, and me getting back into the game with my promotion and everything like that, it just was a really good start. Like and
Hmm.
that's why I hit the ground running. But I could honestly just be transparent. That first year, it kind of like made me think that business will always be like this. This is how it will
Yeah.
always be. Oh my God, it's always great. It's always this. Oh, I love this. I could make thousands of dollars every weekend. Yay. No, that's not it. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen like that. And that's how I really knew that I was committed to my dream and committed to Spike the Lights, is when those years came in where it was like, okay, now we get into the nitty gritty. No, I didn't book any events this month. No, I didn't do none of that. But I still
Yeah.
had that faith to keep going. That's how I really knew that I was in this for the long run.
And it's so important, like you were saying, you have your business and then we advertise your business. So this is why it's so important, people, to share. So when people make a post and they're like, hey, share my business, you really never know like how far that share extends, because your share extended to out the state. Right. So
Absolutely. And
how
I
is
just had to
that? Like
really put
some
myself.
shares happened and your business took off out the state, like out of Cape May County.
Definitely. I had to put like, and I put in a lot of work behind the scenes too. Like I would, you know, just write up proposals and stuff like that. Like it's a lot on the social media side, but it's a lot behind the scenes too. Like when I'm working with big
Yeah.
companies, I like to write proposals, things like that. That's how I get my name out there. And yes, like the community support has helped Spike the Lights, and I will always, always show love to my community because of that right there. Without them, I wouldn't have had Spike the Lights, because who knew Spike the Lights in the beginning besides my community? Nobody knew about
Yeah.
that. So without those shares, without that love, without that actual support, I would have never been out of state. I would have never been to Puerto Rico, to Florida, to all of this doing events. I would have never done none of that without the love and the support of my community. So shout out to y'all.
Shout out to everyone who shares. So
Yes.
like you were just saying, like in addition to shares, there is a lot of work that goes on, because on our side from seeing it, just it not that it looks like you're making drinks and you're having a fantastic time, because you were just in New York and you were with like a rapper, right? At an album release.
Yeah, yeah. I had done a couple one. I think the last one I did was, I think it was Al Bial. Or
Yeah.
it might have been someone different, but I think it was Al Bial. That's the last time I did a celebrity event, which I worked with them a couple times, so it was amazing.
And that's like to go from Cape May County and now you're in New York out here bartending for like an album release, just goes to show how far like your dreams can go. Like that's not even, that's the small part. Like it's really going to explode. And you you do bartending classes, right?
Yeah,
You want to tell
yeah.
us about that?
So, about like 2 years into it, I used to have people all the time. How do you start this? Like, how do you do this? And just ask me questions. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put together a little crash course just to help other people start their own mobile bartending as well, that don't know where to start. Because me, I had to like learn from trial and error. So I was like, you know what? If I could just
Right.
get somebody a quick blueprint, I would totally do that. So I started that. I started my classes back in 2022. I have over
I
60
remember.
certified students all over the country. That's something I'm super proud about.
You can say that
Uh,
again. What'd you say now?
I have over 60 certified students all over the country. So
That's
I
amazing.
do virtual classes, I do one-on-one classes, I do group classes at Melissa's Spot. Shout out to you, 609 Nutrition. I appreciate you and everything you do.
Woo-hoo.
So yeah, but I do the classes as well.
So, if anyone is interested and they're watching and they're interested in classes, so how can they get in touch with you? Because, people have time on their hands and they're like, hey, you know what? I might want to, even, it doesn't have to always be alcohol, right?
Oh, no, 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 no. We don't always do alcohol as well. We
Yeah.
specialize in mocktails, anything non-alcoholic we could do as well. Anything beverage wise, creatively, we got you covered. So it doesn't have to be just alcohol.
It doesn't have to be. So if anyone is looking for classes and they want to be a bartender and it's always been your dream, or you just want some licensure behind your name, um, you can message Sade and I'm sure she can hook you up. So yeah, I'm a bartender at this age. Why not? So yes, I love businesses. I love 609, like supporting. And my sister said that you did a kiddie party with like some cute drinks. So can you tell us about like the mocktails, like how you service? Who do you service? Like from one end to the next. Can we talk about that?
Absolutely. So I can service any type of event. A lot of parents contact me for their children's birthdays, first, fifths, baby showers, things like that. So that's where we gear towards more of the mocktails and things of that sort. I have also done church events as well, where we did like a
Hmm.
mocktail spread. So how it looks like is, a parent will contact me, say, hey, I'm having a Spider-Man party on this date. What can you do for me? So I'll just, get my thoughts together, send them over some creative drinks, non-alcoholic drinks, and they'll let me know which ones they like, and we go from there. But I could service, anybody.
Oh, I love that the kids get involved in it because it's such I think kids like my grandkids will come here and we have this little bar set up and we'll get this little cash register and they'll
Love
say,
it.
hey, can I have a Sprite or can I have some orange juice or something like that, and we'll like exchange money. So kids love going to the counter. I guess it's kind of like McDonald's ish a little bit, going to a counter and getting a drink. So um in
Absolutely.
addition to the kids parties, what about like some adults? Like how big, how small, what's your range?
So I have done events from 10 people to 4,000 people.
Wow.
We had staff festivals. My biggest festival that I've done is the Bent Wine Polo Classic.
It's
I'll be
coming up.
doing it from, yes, my third year, August 24th. So if you guys, want some good vibes, it's a black owned wine company.
Hmm.
Like the lights will be there, hands and everything else. So but yeah, I could do events from 50 people to 4,000 and I could staff them up. So anything you
Oh,
guys need, I got
awesome.
them.
So this festival that's coming up, because I did see you advertise it and I seen them advertise it and I seen you on there. So what is this festival? What are you going to do there? Like, can you give us a little rundown of what exactly you'll be doing?
Yeah, so sometimes like companies will contact me and be like, "Hey, we're having a festival. We have a couple bars. We need so and so how many bartenders for this and that and the third." So, for instance, in a situation like this, they contacted me. They said that they needed 10 bartenders. So they have
Hmm.
different like bars, and we basically just go out and staff them. We'll be doing wine tastings. We'll be handing out wine, letting the guests know about certain wines, and educating them about certain things as well as that.
Okay. I love that they reach out and connect to you because you just never know where your voice and your business is going to get spoken in. So prayerfully, you know what I mean? God does his thing. I mean, he's been doing his big thing with you already. So we're
He
definitely
sure
going to go
has.
further in the business. Further. So while you are watching, keep Sade in your prayers that God will move, open doors and windows. So
Yes.
we want to segue over to your community service because you are not just just a bar owner, a bar mobile bar owner. Mouthful. What about
No,
your
it is.
community service? You want to tell us you have a annual autism foundation fundraiser?
Yes. So for the last 3 years, I've been doing an annual autism fundraiser, which we raise funds for my son's school, Ocean Academy. Um, it basically started, well, for one, since my son was diagnosed with autism, me and the family will always get together through April, which is Autism Awareness Month,
Hmm.
and we'll always get together and just make sure we celebrate. We'll celebrate Justin. So it was like it'll be a small dinner. We'll get a cake and just cook dinner and stuff like that. But a couple years ago around this time, I was like, you know what, let me have something, in my where I live at. So I was like, let me have something
Yeah.
small and see where it ends up, and raise some money, for these
Hmm.
schools and for our support systems out there that do help us with these kids. And then from there, it just kind of, like I said, it just kind of snowballed. Our first year, we had maybe about, like, I would say 25 the people, and then next year it kind of got older, and then just last year I would say we had about 60 attendees. So that means a lot to me. I'm
It's
not
growing.
Yeah, I don't know much about fundraising, but I know that I want to provide like support for the community and for parents
Yeah.
and for these kids, because in Cape May County we don't have a lot of support for us out here. Like it's very weird with the special needs community and things like that. So
Hmm.
that's something that especially with my class that I host at the Shore Family Success Center. That's something that I
Yes.
really wanted to do too, is like connect people with the resources so we could all get together, figure out how we could do better. What resources can we bring to the table to help kids or help parents or
And the
caregivers
parents.
just
Yeah.
navigate this life just a tad bit easier, because this is not easy. I know what it felt like to be 19, finding out that my baby got autism, and I feel so alone and not have nobody to call, not have another, because back then it wasn't
Hmm.
as like advertised, it wasn't as accepted as it is now.
Right.
So I just never want another parent to feel that way. And also I still have a lot to learn as well. So these support groups help me as well. I'm still a growing young mom of an autistic boy. So I still
Yeah.
have a lot to learn. I do not know everything just because I host these fundraisers, just because I host a support glass. I don't know everything, but I have the
So you seen
willingness
a
to learn
need
everything.
though.
Yeah, I see the need, and I want to come together so we can figure out how to fill that need.
I love that you seen the need and you said, you know what? I'm gonna do something about it. And all it really takes is the thought and saying, hey guys, what do you let me look at my village. Can you guys help me do this? And you literally have an annual event, which is amazing. So when is it? When is your annual event?
So we do it at the end of April every year.
And where is it located? Like how can people donate if they'll follow your page and then they'll know. How can they donate to your annual event?
So we start posting in about February for our event in April, and I'm going to actually make a separate Facebook page, because that's something I haven't done yet. So I'm going to make a separate Facebook page, just
Hmm.
so all the audience can be geared towards that. But you guys will go to that page, get whatever information, how to donate. I usually have two separate donations, so you can either donate when you go to the fundraiser, or if you can't make it, I set up a
Right.
GoFundMe so you could just do it through there. And but yeah, and then if you guys have donations as far as like, or want to be a vendor or anything like that, you could just contact me. And because like you said, it takes a village. I don't do this. I have the thought and I put it together, but it takes a village. I don't do this by myself. So shout
Yeah.
out to the village. Shout out to everybody that helped me do this, because baby, fundraising ain't easy. I said
It's
okay.
not.
I said okay, Sade, you in the big leagues now, okay? So I just had to say thank you to everybody that offers me their services, their
Yeah.
advice, their money, anything that you guys have done for the fundraiser for our children out here, anything. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm so appreciative.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And everybody donates, right?
Yes, so everybody donates. Yeah, you could donate. So everybody donates their services. Like Teresa with the balloons, we'll have a DJ there, food, everything like that. I get so many food donations. So like the
Yeah.
community, I'll get a couple pack of hot dogs here, a couple pack of buns there, and it all comes together. And now we could provide something fun for the kids.
Fun for the kids, and you're giving back information and you're giving resources to the community. So that's amazing. And especially as a parent of someone who's autistic, like you guys are a special group of people who have have a need to the resources. Like you got to know, hey, what can I get? What do I have access to? So I think that's beautiful that you are providing that for your community. I mean, it extends past Cape May County, but it extends, prayerfully. If y'all listening, and when the event happens, make sure y'all share so that way it can become, you know what I mean, statewide, nationwide, so people can come around and you never know, each one reach one, and we can all help. We can all help each other. That's the village. We are the village people.
Yes, we
Well, not the village people, but y'all know what I mean. Um, so, what about the Sure Success family?
So the Shore Success Center.
Who is that?
So it's just I think every county has a family success center. So
Mm-hmm.
ours is actually located in Rio Grande. It's ran by Deneen, and they just host a whole bunch of different resources. So I just host one of my classes there, but they have all types of different resources. So if anybody wants to check out the website, all you have to do is Google your family success center in your community, and you can find
Mm-hmm.
so many free resources, whether it be like fun classes for the kids, whether it be dinners or
Mm-hmm.
painting classes and things like that. But it's available to everybody in their county. So I definitely will suggest that people look up that and see what resources and fun things that they could do with the kids, or that could even help you out.
And anything like, so they're in other communities and just not Cape May County.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. I love that. So you are such a delight and a
Oh, thank you.
joy. You are chuckling, but you are so gifted. And I know, people will tell you, but it's a lot of times you have to hear it from other people. But I'm glad you're embracing it. Like you're understanding, like, I'm gifted, I'm talented, I'm so smart. Like your ideas and things that you're innovative to your field. So if you guys have questions for Shadea, she is here for your questions. So we're going to chit chat a little bit, but I know like it's a little delay. But if you guys have questions for Shadea, can you put them in the comments? Because we are excited to have, not only is she the owner, right? Not only the owner, CEO of Spike Delights Mobile Bartending. Look at me. Come on. Mouthful. I got it here. Yes. Not only is she the owner of that, but she is also like, she has her autism fundraiser. So she has a lot going on at 28 with two kids. Like, how do you manage?
How do I manage? Definitely just like I said, sticking to my core habits. It's not easy though. I always want people to know that it's not easy. I have my days, but I focus on the end goal. I try to, make sure that if I do get overwhelmed or anything like that, I'll go back to, either journaling, I'll take a walk. I take time, also taking time for myself. Like
Hmm.
let's also, I feel like, as mothers, as women, or anything, we don't take that time for ourselves, because we do always have to play every role, for the most
Yeah.
part. So I think that that's one of the things that has really helped me navigate everything that I do navigate, is taking a little time for myself. Like, no, I am going to set aside 30 minutes to go on the beach and look at the sunset by myself without my kids, and I don't feel bad about
Right.
it. No, I am going to take a couple minutes in the morning time to get my thoughts together, and set out my tone and everything for the day. So little habits like that is definitely what keeps me going.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I like that. So, my auntie's watching. Hey, Aunt Irene, she said, it's not what you go through, it's what you've learned through the journey. And she said, she's so proud of you. I love
Thank
that.
you.
My sister said, when you came out, did you feel like you had to apologize to your kids, like for like temporarily leaving them?
Yes, and that's something that still weighs heavy on me, because my kids didn't have to didn't like they didn't deserve that. They were so young and had to go through such a traumatic situation because
Hmm.
of because of my actions. So yes, I did. I came home to them. We had, family meetings. I was big on communication and talking to them in a way that they will understand. So yes, I did apologize to them. I explained to them, sometimes people make bad decisions and this is what happens, and
Yeah.
make sure you don't ever want to do that. But I definitely had to give my kids the apology that they deserve, because they definitely deserved one.
Oh, I love that. And just to notice, just to know, like, okay, my kids are affected. And you said, like, did they go to therapy with you?
They didn't go to therapy with me. They went to their own therapy though. So yeah,
They
they
went
did
to
get
their
started
own
therapy.
therapy.
Hmm.
But just to know, like, okay, there was a separation and my kids are affected and they should be in therapy just to deal with that. I think that's very brave of you and very honorable of you to say, let me make sure that they have a good foundation and some type of someone to talk to, so that way they can not feel like they don't have anyone, or like that time spent apart hasn't been a reality for them. So I think that was very brave of you to do that.
Thank you.
They said you're an inspiration. So, Karen said that she loves your passion for helping others. So that she has a nephew who's autistic, and it really takes a village. So, thank you for sharing. You have such an amazing, and like you said, you are so much more than just your mobile bar attending and the CEO of Spike Delights. Like your community service is commendable
Thank
to
you.
helping others and being like a light in the community. So I pray you get all your flowers and everything that is coming to you. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. But
I
yeah, you're such an
appreciate that.
inspiration to, I mean, even to your age group. You are under 30 and you are like this amazing business owner. You still have two kids. You're still a woman. You're still a daughter. Like your siblings and friends. Like that's a lot to spread out. Even conducting like this bar service and bringing in and coaching people and getting people through licensure, like that's a lot, and you are really kicking ass. Like it's inspiring to me, like it's doable. What you're showing, that it's doable.
Yes, I definitely want to say that. Like, it's so doable. I don't think people sometimes realize like the potential or like the small things that could make a humongous change. Like anything
Yeah,
that you like have or any dream that you have, please follow it. Take the smallest step towards it. It might take a long time, but I'm telling you, please take the steps to follow your dreams because it is very attainable. I never thought that I would be sitting where I'm at today. So
so
please
what
follow
what
your dreams.
advice do you have for people, even if they're past the 28-year-old mark, even me, here I am at almost 52 saying, you know what? I'm really going to follow my dreams and do this thing that God has placed in my heart. What advice do you have for people who might think, hey, it might be too late or that time has passed? What advice do you have?
It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what your past is. It doesn't matter what your demographic is. You can accomplish anything that you put your mind to. If you lock in and you make the necessary changes that need to be made, you can accomplish anything that you want. And that's one
Yeah.
thing that I will always stress. Find that potential in yourself. And it might take it different ways and it might look differently for everybody, but definitely find that potential. Follow your dreams and always believe in yourself and keep going. Things are going to happen even when you think that you reach your peak point and you think that you're doing
Right.
amazing and you're doing this, you're doing that. You might be humbled, things might
Yeah.
happen, but keep going. Stay true to yourself. You know who you are because other people might say that might try to tell you that you're somebody, or other people might have their opinions about you or have anything about you. You need to know who you are first and foremost walking into this life. And that's
Yeah.
something that I had to, and that's something that I had to build up, and that didn't just happen overnight. I had to really have
Right.
a sense of self in order to pursue my dreams the way. Because the more bigger you get, the harder
Mm-hmm.
it gets. The more people are going to talk, the more people,
Right.
you might, you know what I mean. So definitely keep going no matter what anybody says, who has anything to say, what you're
Yeah.
doing. Follow your dreams and keep going. Seriously.
Because you said something key, and I want y'all to put this in the comments. Find the potential in yourself because it's there. Like a lot of us will
Yes.
self doubt and literally talk ourselves out of things that we know, like we're gifted in and that we can do. But like you said, find the potential in yourself because how is it when you first started out and your prices are here because you're trying to, right, get these customers and then your prices go up? How was that to deal with, like with the customers? Because the price is raised.
I'll crack it up. The price gotta go up, baby. That's just
Right.
business, okay? That was a humbling experience as just a human being, period. Because now
Yeah.
your prices are going up. You can't cater to everybody. So it was a change, but it was a change for the positive. I started getting more like the clients that are more aligned with me and stuff like that. But the
Hmm.
reality is business. So you do have to raise your prices, especially if there's an influx in business. And the reality is, I'm not doing this to just for a side hustle. I'm not. This is my career. This is my
Right.
livelihood. So I
Yeah.
have to make some type of income off of this. And order to support my life and continue going. So I had them clients that did understand, and they rocked out with me from where I'm charging $200, and now they're paying $2,000. And
Right.
then I have clients that say, "Girl, you doing too much." And then I have clients that it's okay. I just can't afford it right now, and I can't afford everybody's services neither. Trust me, I can't. But I still have a respect for everybody's price and everybody's
Yeah.
business because I understand how business is, and that's just it. And the people that understand are the people that I want. And if you don't understand, that's totally fine. It's totally fine.
So I think that's amazing that you still have people that rock with you from like day one, having your drinks out the car, because I remember
I
having
got
your
out the
drinks out the
trunk.
car, and like you were had those little pouches, and now
Yes.
you are servicing celebrities. Like God is so amazing, and your people have to understand like your dreams and your visions can literally come through if you keeping on. Like you have to continue the course. Like you said, like even in the doubts, even with setbacks and roadblocks, like still continue the course and keep the course because your story is so inspiring. Like
Yes.
you're inspiring not just, your generation and people are watching because you really never know how does it feel when people come up to you and they say like you're inspiring them.
Just like I mentioned earlier, I feel like I really just started feeling like I'm worthy of that. Like I can't
Hmm.
explain it, but that was like something I had to like go because I'm like, oh my God, they're saying I'm inspiring, but like, am I really? Like, no, you are. Look at
Right.
everything that you did. So it just makes me feel warm, happy, humble, and just appreciative that I can do that for somebody else. That I can be that, you know, that image like, hey, no, I can do this. Like if
Yeah.
anybody that knows me growing up, I was a crazy girl. So like if Sade's crazy behind can sit here and do all of this, then you know
Yeah.
that y'all could do it. Like and that so that just means a lot to me that they look at me with inspiration and get that drive to do whatever they want to do for their own lives. It just means a lot, and I truly accept it, and I feel it now.
Oh, I love that you're embracing it. It looks good on you, as
Thank you.
does that blazer.
Okay, you see me fully there.
Okay.
Little
If you guys
fancy.
have questions, I know Dee Dee says she wants to create an event just to book you. So I think from here we should do some type of ladies something from here. Now we're gonna have to pay because Sade already told us this is her business and she not
Okay.
breaking even. So what we gonna have to
Listen,
do
we
is
gonna play them
pay
out.
for her to come. So I think we should plan something, and all of you who are watching, we're going to figure something out so you guys can experience Sade because it's amazing. She's so bubbly and her personality, like what you guys are experiencing, like it's really she's so professional. Like she's dressed professional, not outside. She comes professional, like her employees are professional, her setup is professional, everything. She has these drinks and the smoke comes out of them, y'all. And she has like these labels on the drinks. It's a very beautiful setup. It's top tier. So what you are paying for, it's definitely worth it cuz I've been to a few. Now I haven't been able to afford it yet, but we going to come together.
I got you. I
we
got
we
you.
gonna come together, the viewers, y'all. We got to come together, and we should make a ladies something. We should do something with the ladies. We don't need the men. We might need their money, but we should do something with the ladies and and have Sade there. I think it would be beautiful. So, if you guys have any questions, do you have any questions? She said the barber child. Yes, we should definitely. I think we
That
should definitely
barbecue
have.
I've been hearing about. I'm
See,
cracking.
I don't know. Listen, we gonna have to take a second mortgage. The 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 list of people coming. My God, don't you? Never mind. I'm gonna move past that. Okay. So yes. So yes, I think we should plan something. So yes, yes. Oh, her name is Sade. Not yes. Her name is Sade. Her name is Sade Murphy. Not Sade the singer. Sade Murphy. Oh, are you named after the singer?
I am. My mom just wanted to switch out the spelling a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you
am named after
are.
her.
I was
Yeah.
wondering.
Yeah.
Because that's my husband's favorite. That's Ron's favorite singer. And he kept calling you Shadea. And I said, no.
I know it's the way the spelling is. It throw everybody off.
Oh, I like your spelling though. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. We definitely should. So if anybody has questions, you got questions, come on and put them in the comments. So I love that you had your situation and then you came out of your situation on top. Like you had a plan, you came through it, you pursued your plan, you came and you had a plan. You did it. You went on Amazon, ordered your stuff, put promo out, and you also, in addition to that, you advertise yourself behind the scenes. So it's not just Facebook and social media. So is this all self learned?
Absolutely, yes. This is all self-taught, all self-learned. I never seen somebody run a business. I don't know. I never was a bartender. I had to go to like take an actual class to
Ah,
actually learn the actual logistics of bartending. So this has all
mm-hmm.
been self-taught for the last 4 years, which have been a journey in itself. Has not been easy or anything like that. I had to learn everything when it comes to business from scratch. But yes, this is all self-taught.
Awesome. Awesome. Someone asked in the comments, what's the Cash App that they can donate? If someone wanted to donate to your fundraiser today, what's a Cash App they can send some money to?
So I want to get like a separate Facebook and information and Cash App for that. So once I do that, I'll make sure I'll double back and I'll get that person's name and I'll make sure I send it to them because right now I don't have a separate Cash App or account for the autism fundraiser right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely will get that together and I'll make sure I'll circle back and I'll send her all the information. But I totally appreciate, the willingness to do that.
I know that's so sweet. I love
Yeah,
that.
thank
Listen,
you.
money cometh. Is that in the
Okay.
revival? Yes, money. They are definitely going to send you some donations because that's what my people do. So we're gonna. If anybody has any questions for Sade, we are here. We have a couple other things that. I wanted to go over our affirmation for the week because I think this is good. It kind of ties into your transformation Thursdays. It says, forgive yourself for what you did while living in survival mode. Do you have anything you want to comment on that?
You like you said, you got to give yourself some grace because like if
Yeah.
you don't know no better, if you don't know healthy coping mechanisms, if you don't know, how to have healthy conversations, healthy
Mm-hmm.
communications, anything like that, we're learning. We're all learning. It doesn't matter what age you are, you're always learning. So give yourself some grace. Give yourself some
Yeah.
grace.
I
Absolutely.
love that. Do you guys hear that? Give yourself some grace. A lot of times we don't, as women, even as people, we don't give ourselves some grace to grow, give ourselves room to grow, to learn these lessons. Sometimes as parents, you can't be too hard on your kids. Listen, I was a little hell raiser as a kid and a teenager. I was a lot. I don't know if I was as much as you, but I was a lot. So, but you know what? And here I am by the grace of God. God is good all the time. Amen. Um, we have one last question. It says, "How were you able to budget for employees and learn at the same time? Like how did you do that?"
So that like budgeting and payroll and things like that was definitely something that took a lot of getting used to. Now I have certain habits that
Mm-hmm.
I do in order to make sure that I make payroll and everything. But like financially and the backside of business and everything like that, it does come down to a lot of budgeting and numbers and just being on a real transparent level. That's still something I am truly still working on. So I
Yeah.
don't have the best outlandish advice for that, but definitely just finding your habits, writing down your numbers. Writing the my back to writing, I write everything down. I calculate every last thing, even down to the stickers that I put onto cups because it
Yeah.
costs. And
Right.
I go off of that. So writing everything down, organizing, your expenses, your finances, that'd be just a good start to start the budget, you know, start the budget for your business.
I love that. Yeah. It's all learning. Even other people will tell you it's all learning as you go, especially being with a new business. So, do you have some closing advice or some encouragement that you want to give to our viewers about like some choices of making, that'll change the trajectory of your life?
Definitely just think before you do things, think before you speak. These are all things that I'm still learning and working on as well.
Hmm.
Healing is not linear. There's ups and downs to healing, and just always give yourself some grace, keep going, and follow your dreams. And I also want to say thank you to you. I always admired you. I love this show. I love the layout. I love everything from it. You're an amazing person. So I'm just so honored to even be on your show. So I definitely want to give you your flowers as well.
Oh, thank you. You finna have me in here with some tears.
You're so welcome. You
Oh, thank
deserve
you.
it. This is
Thank you.
amazing.
We just really have to just do what's given to us, operate in our gifts and operate in our passions. If God gives us a thing, it's for a purpose, because we really never know who we touch, how far we touch, how far our extension is. And all we're doing is dropping seeds. We drop seeds. I drop a seed, you can water it. You water it, somebody else will give it sunshine and a ray to help it grow. Somebody else rains on it. Like I believe in the grace in people, and that's always my thing. So I pray that whoever is watching, the viewers are watching, that they were empowered and encouraged, and they experienced something to walk away with today, because Sade, honey, not the singer, baby. Sade Murphy of Spike the Lights, and um, her autism foundation. What's your autism foundation called?
So it's Justin Jr.'s Autism Foundation. Yeah.
There we go. We're going to put that in the comments. Can someone put that in the comments, please? Put that in the comments. Yes, thank you. I hope and pray that somebody walked away with some tools to help them throughout life's journey. Like Sade said, um, therapy is important. It'll help you balance life. It helps you. You already know we had Jen on here, and she got us together on episode 2. So yes, we are so proud of you. So proud of you. Thank you everyone for watching. As always, my feet are planted. My head is lifted to the sky. My favorite voice verse, Jeremiah 29:11. So thank you all for watching. I want you to tune in every Thursday, 6:30. Beyond the Surface with Sharon. I am here. I am your host. I am out here doing the Lord's work, honey. Justin's Jr. Autism Foundation. Yes, I'm out here doing the Lord's work. So I want you guys to tune in. You can even go back and watch some not old, prior episodes, 1 through 10, where we had some amazing guests on. So if you would like, I would like you to go head on and go back and watch them. And we are so proud of the work that you do in yourself, that you have done with yourself, that you do in your community. We
Thank
see it. We
you.
see it. We see you. I
Thank
see
you.
you. Yeah. So yes, just said congrats on all your future endeavors, Sade.
Thank you,
So yeah,
Jess.
you
I
keep
appreciate you.
keep making us proud. So thank you guys. Thank you all. Oh, wait, pause. Is that a thing? So August is Educators Month. So I did say this in the beginning. So if anyone is watching and they're an educator, Lord, where's my little sticker? If anyone is an educator, we want to talk about education. So if you have an educator in your life, so if you have a teacher, an administrator, school counselors, I know I have some friends who have doctorates in education. Get at me. We want to equip our kids and our youth and our parents for a successful school year. So if you can, in the comments, we want you to tag an educator, inbox me their name or something like that. So that way we can vet them. So we can have a successful show in August. So that way we can equip parents like Sade and parents that are watching. So that way they can equip their kids for a successful school year. So get at me in the comments, please. And as always, thank y'all for supporting my dream. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. God bless. I'm not going to do Reverend Run. God bless. Good night. But thank you all for watching. All right. Y'all have a good night.